Here they come. How are you, Vader? Say hello. Who's that? Who's that? This way. This way. Here. This way. You don't know which way to look. Cara, say hello. Who's that? Both. Go and look for the rabbits. That's what you do best. They hunt, folks. I'm sitting here next to a little citrus, you can call it a grove if you like. There's about 5 trees here, or 6 trees that I planted. These are the ones about 2-3 weeks ago. Hey, Vader, we fed them up a bit. We put some superfood, black grit and compost on top. We're actually planting mix on top. And just come back to see how they're going. Now, we still had a few frosty nights below 1 degrees, or below minus 1 degrees, I should say. And they're starting to put on some growth. So you can see the catnip underneath is taken off. We've got some grass that we've got to still work on, get that out of here. But they actually got a little bit of life in them. I'm noticing a little bit of a lime green coming through. That one over there in particular is starting to settle down as well. So they are, considering all things, that this environment here where we live in Lethbridge is nasty for citrus trees, and we haven't got a really good protected environment. We have a couple of courtyards in there that we have got some citrus. They're doing well, but we won't visit those ones now. I want to compare these ones to the ones I got in pots down there near the fire pit, the espaliers, and then the other ones down the far end. So these have been fed, the others haven't. Let's go and see them. Oh, folks, these are ripe for the picking now. Nice and soft and juicy. The lemon tree, look how healthy that is. Now, these all did get fed with our superfood black grit. And if you don't like me talking about it, switch off now. No, the truth is it actually does work really wonders on the citrus trees. I'm finding it tremendously fantastic in the results. The grapefruit down here, oh, it's given up the ghost. We did a graft here. It was out of season. I didn't expect it to actually take, but we cut this one right back. That's a bad leaf there. You can see the new growth coming on this side there. We've got, actually, yes, we have. Look, we needed to grow out on this side because it's all lopsided. And obviously I need to actually rotate it around so the sun shines on that side too, because it's facing north. So let's just spin it around like that. And we get a bit more heat on this side, and that way we actually get it to grow that way. This graft didn't take. It was a bit of a trial in the middle of winter. And you can't expect it to grow in the middle of winter, folks. You don't graft the citrus trees then. You start grafting them now. Look at this mandarin. These are only 2 years in the pots, folks. This is an emperor. Now, they're very small. First year it's producing fruit. Yeah, they should be ripe. We'll go this one here. Oh, I've got too many in my hands. We've got a honey murcot over there as well. Yeah, this isn't going to be ripe properly. I ate all the other ones. Allendale over there, they were delicious, they really were. For a small mandarin, first year. Again, if your tree's young and it's producing fruit, don't expect it to be its full size. If you're lucky with one of those trees that actually do that, enjoy it, but it's not going to happen every year unless you really do take care of it with a feedings regime. Oh, small but sweet as. Come over here. This honey murcot's going to be a late ripener. Just leave these on here for a little bit longer there, folks. Geez, it's juicy as that tiny little mandarin I ate. So we've got new growth coming on here as well. Delicious. Exactly. Bit of caterpillar eating there. Don't worry about it. If you've got a couple of leaves like that, don't worry about it. It's 1, 2, 3 leaves and the caterpillar's lived its life cycle. It's moved on. Unless it's infested with snails. And if you've got snail problems like that, put tree guards around the base. Same with aphids. I forgot to mention that on our peach and nectarine trees, and somebody mentioned that on our post social page. Great tip, tree guard, which is basically the paste that you put around the trunk of the tree. You can put the tape around it first on the tree, then the paste on top. That way you stop all the nasty critters crawling up and doing damage to your tree, especially the snails. You don't have to spray, you don't have to do anything like that. One thing I've got to do is wrap these trunks as well with some tape, because the bloody rabbits, it's another emperor here. See the old leaf curler had on it? But the new leaves are coming out pretty good. Still a little bit, it's actually a bit dry. I've got to water these. I haven't watered these for about 3 weeks. Look at this. It's been destroyed as well. Ignore the trunk. We've spoken about that 100 times. All right. The new growth coming through the center. That's an old leaf. This is nice and vibrant, folks. Look at that. It's nice and clean in the middle. The leaves are really healthy on the outside, doing really well. And from here, this is the Afura, if I pronounce it correctly, Afure. I'm saying it like a Greek. Anyway, I've eaten about a dozen mandarins off this. This was really, really delicious. It's been around for a while. I don't know if you can get it in the retail market as a fruit, that is, if you don't want to grow one yourself. But if you're going to pick a mandarin, this is one to go with too. Every week I mention rabbits, I mention snails, and I mention my lemon tree that's struggling down there. And every time I mention it, I do nothing about it. That one in particular there, I keep forgetting to come back to feed it. I haven't come here with any fertiliser now to feed them as well. We've shown you these a few days ago, or about a week or so ago, and spoke about the espalier work. I haven't cut this one off. We've got stacks and stacks of flowers. This orange tree has gone nuts again. Have a look at the flowers on this. It's gone nuts, completely out of it. It's gonna go crazy. And these oranges, they got beaten by the frost, folks. They're still a bit firm. I still want them to try and ripen a bit more. Hopefully they go soft. I don't think they will, but they are juicy. I've already eaten one. I haven't got my knife. I meant to cut it open. I'll take that in for later. Folks, it's been too cold and too wet for me to come out here to do anything decent with these trees, and maybe I should have bear the cold. After all, I am Vasily. But these have copped it. They copped it from the hailstones. They copped it from the frost. This is frost damage. All there. That's hailstones. It almost looks like snails, but this tree's really gone backwards a little bit on me. They all have, actually. I did visit these about a month ago. They were doing a lot better. They've lost all their leaves on the top, so I'm going to cut these off. And this is what you've got to do with your citrus trees. We've touched base on this already. If you haven't done it, here's your chance. Get out there and prune them now. Give them a good prune like I'm going to do with these. Give them a good feed. Pick your poison of your choice as long as it's natural and organic. I'm going to tell you superfood blackroot. Compost if you like, manures if you like, whatever you like. Put it around the base and give them a good water. And then make sure you're ready to protect them from citrus gall wasp and citrus leaf miner, because they'll get onto them, and scale as well. So all the nasty pests will come out in action as the weather warms up. And if you need any of those products, they're on our website. Citrus gall wasp traps are available now, and our refills are coming out soon, folks. I know a lot of you have been trying to get the Fruition Garden Fruit Fly and Citrus gall wasp refill lures and sticky cards. Well, we should be getting them in the next few days, and we'll announce it as well as soon as they're available. So check it out at vasilisgarden.com. Our buy one get one free is ending tonight. Take advantage of it before we shut it down. From me, Vasily, Maresi.